Hey guys, Dave from Timber Time Outdoors. Welcome back to the channel. Behind me is our food plots for 2022. I'm going to give you a quick update. Sort of a failure, but hopefully we threw a Hail Mary pass here today to get things fixed. So I'm going to walk you through that and kind of talk about what went wrong. So stay with us, guys.
Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now.
All right, so 2 or 3 weeks ago, no, see, it would be almost a month ago actually, we planted our fall plot. So it was August 1st, August 5th, something like that. We planted brassica. And I'll reference that video here for you. My brother planted all the plots with brassica. And the hope there was that, it'd come in nice. We've been doing the no-till. We did not fertilize. We did very little Roundup. We did do some. We had to kill our buckwheat. So I'm going to show you what happened after, 5-6 weeks of brassicas growing. And not ideal situation here. So we decided to drill oats and rye to try to save this for our season. And, with this property, I've talked about it. We have sandy soil. And we got a perfect rain right after we planted. Things were looking really good, and then we got a drought. It was almost 2 weeks of no rain, sunshine, 90-degree temperatures. And so I'm going to walk you around here and you're going to see what happened. Basically, this brassica all germinated beautifully, and then it just stunted out. So let's walk the plot here. I'll talk a little bit more. All right, here's our old Ranger, by the way. This thing never dies. I'm not even sure what year it is, like a 2000. It goes through clutches like crazy, or the belts, but incredible machine, by the way. So what did we put in here? Gotta have a big buck on the bag. So, sorry guys, here, let's see, let's look at this bag. Harvest plot, buck forage oats. Absolutely love these. Shot my big one last year over buck forage oats. And then just some very basic, some rye. And did a 50-50 mix, 150 pounds per acre. So let's walk this plot. This plot actually has some decent soil. It's got some darkness to it, but it's pretty sandy. But that's our brassica. It should be maybe that tall. Some of the a little bit bigger, but and there's no evidence here of browse. I don't think they browse brassica until it frosts for the most part. But, that's the actually heavily browsed buckwheat, more buckwheat. Not a great plot though for what is today? It's September 10th, 15th. So what we did is filled up the drill. We were going to broadcast and we decided, hey, we're not really killing anything here. So let's just drill right over it. I'm quite surprised at how well it did. This brassica is pretty small. And so if we do get some rain, I think a lot of this brassica is going to live. Kind of a bonus, because when you drill rye and oats in, it comes in a lot better than broadcasting. At least that's been my experience. So, yeah, so all our plots are going to get the same treatment. They got brassica, then they're going to get oats and rye. And that's going to benefit us next year when it comes to doing no-till. All right, I got to give you an update here on we call this the big field, or Larson's field. And this is our soybeans. And you can see behind me there's a fence. I'm going to flip you around and talk a little bit about what's in that fenced area. All right, here's our electric fence. And this is the tape wire. So the deer will hit that with their legs first, and then they won't want to jump the regular electric fence. Sorry if this is a little loud. My bro's going by the tractor. So this field here, we just planted some switchgrass. So this is pretty amazing for 1 year. Switchgrass usually takes a lot longer. So we got switchgrass here, try to break up this big field a little bit. And then out in the field here, you can see there's brassica. I'm gonna zoom in. There's brassica, which looks pretty pathetic. It's kind of yellowing and stunted. And then there's soybeans in there. So we drilled right into the soybeans. We've had success. I've talked about smorgasbord, which is like a blend. That year we fertilized and we got good rain. So I don't know. Sandy soil is a challenge. Oh, this is a good one right here too, guys. See that little patch? That used to be switchgrass, but when I was spraying, I drove right over it with the sprayer, so it killed it all. It's supposed to look like that. Anyway, this is super fun. We opened this up for gun season, and yeah, so that's our soybean field. There's the tractor, and my brother, and the land pride. By the way, some of you guys asked me about a setting on Nebraska. I have that information, and I'll respond to your comments on that one. My brother actually planted it, so I didn't know the answer, but I do have it, and I'll put it in there for you. I'm going to show you one more thing here before I wrap up the video. We put in another plot here, and it's we think it's going to be good. So this used to be all woods last year, and it's just actually this was a trail, I think. I don't remember now actually, but you can kind of see the ribbons. This is about 2 tractor widths wide. So the thought process here, we had some good experience with these really skinny plots. Maybe you guys have done that too. Put that in the comments, guys. If you know, I think it'd be good for everyone to know, like, what's the ideal food plot width. This one here, man, it's not very wide. Like I said, 2 passes, kind of a travel corridor type of thing. And kind of widens out right here, but I'll show you one of our bank blinds that we just put in. So it curves around to the right here, by the way. Some firewood gold right there. I'll be harvesting that later on. Those of you that like my firewood stuff. Yeah, so that's the plot. It is not very big. And I'll turn it around here. And that's the bank's blind. So I'm about 40 yards away. That's probably deceiving with a wide angle camera. So crossbow archery type of shot right here. And we've built a lot of travel corridors over the years. That's one of them right there that goes up the ridge. This is another new one right here. Hopefully it's going to give us a nice, easy shot from the blind. This will all heal in. I was in here with the tractor. Sorry I didn't film it, but you know, when you're filming, you don't get any work done. So I need to do a better job of that. But anyway, this travel corridor continues on like that. And we tried to, I know this looks terrible right now, guys, right? But we planted some seeds in here. This little brush pile's intended to get the deer to turn. But Banks blinds, really a big fan of these things. They're so warm. You know, warm temperatures. I like to be in a stand, but as soon as it gets cold, you cannot beat a Banks blind. We just made a big dirt pile. Our experience has been kind of bad when you put them on a stand. I'll show you a stand, actually. Big metal stand that we're not using. We'll have to find a spot for that, but I'm gonna shut you off and then close up the video here. I'll show you that stand though, so stay tuned for that quick. All right, hey, if you guys like making licking branches, this is one of my favorite ways to do it. See this big tree right here? Just get it bent over and the deer will hammer the heck out of these things. They would prefer a big tree to just a simple branch, you know. I call them monumental licking branches. I think I have a video of it somewhere in the library. But anyway, sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm out of shape. This is a metal Banks blind stand, and I don't like them. They're loud when they get cold. So every deer in the county hears you going up these stairs, and I think they look very unnatural when you get the stand way up there. So we've gotten away from that and kept all our blinds on the ground. That's a ghillie blind right there. I shot a nice buck on 2020, I think, out of that one. He's standing right there. Super fun. All right, guys, we'll wrap this video up. Sorry I'm out of breath here. Gonna jump in the Ranger and get on my Harley and head home. So hopefully we'll have a good season. We need some rain. Rain is in the forecast, and you know, we'll be hunting here mid-October. This property does really well right around October 15th. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's the October lull. This property is super hot from October 15th to about October 25th. Then you get into the rut and it's helter-skelter and it's so unpredictable. But if you hunt food plots, I highly recommend you let them sit. Don't worry about that early season unless you got one patterned. Come in around October 15th, hunt it hard on your best spots. And I've had great success the last 3 years doing that. So guys, wrap it up. Like, share, subscribe, and remember everybody, keep it in the timber. Bye-bye.